Greetings, family. I'm so excited to be here with you. Listen, question. Have you ever wondered why someone can improve their finances, increase their income, achieve their goals, and still feel out of balance? Or maybe why some people, they repair their credit, they buy that house, they buy that vehicle, reduce their debt, and then eventually find themselves struggling again. For years, I watched this happen over and over again, and it led me to a question that I couldn't stop asking. Why? Why? Today, I want to share with you what God answered in just one simple word. What I call it simple. Spirnancial. Yes, spirnancial. Beginning in 2010, I worked in the credit restoration industry. I had the privilege of helping many individuals, many families improve their financial situations. People achieved incredible goals. They improved their credit, purchased homes, purchased their dream vehicles, or even a vehicle. Sometimes that's a dream vehicle. They reduced their debt. They created opportunities for their families and themselves. But over time, something actually caught my attention. Many of those same individuals eventually returned. Their credit problems had returned, their financial struggles had returned. So I began asking myself, if we fixed the financial issue, why didn't the change last? What was I missing? As I reflected on what I was seeing, a pattern began to emerge. The financial issue was not often the root issue. It was a symptom. I realized that our finances are connected to every other area of our lives. Our spiritual condition affects our thinking. Our thinking, our mental, affects our emotions. Our emotions affect our actions. Our physical health affects our energy. Our relationships affect our opportunities, and eventually, all of these things affect our finances. Now, at the same time, I realized I was learning these lessons personally myself. Don't get it twisted. Like many people, I spent seasons chasing financial success while struggling to maintain balance in other areas of my life. Then, summer of 2018, God downloaded a word into my spirit. Spirnancial. S-P-I-R, short for spiritual, the first part is spiritual, nancial. N-A-N-C-I-A-L. The last part of financial. Spirnancial is pronounced S-P-E-A-R, like a spear, then nancial at the end of financial. And everything began to make sense to me then. So spirnancial represents spiritual, mental, emotional, physical, social, and then financial. You see, the order matters. Because when the spiritual is healthy and aligned with God, we're connected this way, it positively influences every other area. When one area becomes unhealthy, eventually the others are affected as well. So spiritual is not just about finances. It's about life alignment. Helping people align their lives with God's purpose. All in divine order. Spiritual isn't simply a word though. It's a framework. It's a reminder that every area of our life is connected together, intertwined. For years, I watched people focus only on the financial. I watched people pursue success while neglecting peace. I watched people chase money while feeling disconnected from purpose. And I realized that true transformation requires more than financial improvement. It requires alignment. Alignment. Align here first and then there. Okay, alignment with God, alignment with purpose, alignment across every area of our lives. Over time, God actually revealed another simple framework to me. Peace, purpose, and prosperity. And it's in that order again. Peace comes first. When we experience God's peace, we are better able to discover our purpose. When we walk in our God-given purpose, prosperity becomes the byproduct rather than the pursuit. Let me read to you Matthew 6, verse 33 real quick. Matthew 6, verse 33. I read from the Tree of Life version. It says, "But seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added to you." So we seek first the kingdom of God, we seek his righteousness, and everything else will be added to you. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, to me, that's spiritual in one verse. God first, everything else follows. So it's been a pleasure sharing this with you. I want to ask this, just a couple questions. If you've been chasing success while feeling out of balance, if you've achieved goals, but you still felt like something was missing, like that's how I felt when I had my job. Something was definitely missing. If you're ready to align every area of your life with God's purpose, I invite you to join me and join us on this spiritual journey. Together, we'll explore what it means to grow spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, socially, and financially. Not simply for success, but for significance. Not simply for prosperity, but for purpose. Not simply for today, but for legacy. I'm Coach Monica Andrews. Thank you for joining me. Leaving you with peace, purpose, prosperity, all in divine order.